Still. And we're live.
For me, purchasing beauty products was not that great of an experience. I can remember when I was looking for makeup for my skin, and I had been using an organic makeup that I was getting from a very expensive grocery store. I didn't feel comfortable like I had an opportunity to ask any questions about the product. And when I finally did get to a consultant and ask them, what's in this lipstick, what's in this, they really didn't know. So when it came to my hair, that was even harder. I would go into the beauty supply, and as you know, it's just aisles and aisles and aisles of product. But what I didn't know, what was right for my natural hair. And again, I was faced with the same dilemma. Who can I ask? Nobody really knew anything about these products. They were just selling them. It wasn't a great experience not being able to get the right amount of information from the people who I was buying the products from. So that's one of the things that I love about the Beauty Lifestyle Network, is that it's a community of information as well as a bunch of great products that have been proven to really, really give you the look that you're looking for when it comes to your hair, skin, and body.
Hello, hello. Welcome to Beauty Lifestyle Network Live. I'm your host, Dominique Doyle. I'm a professional freelance makeup artist here in Atlanta, Georgia. And I have two lovely, beautiful women joining me today. We have Antonia here. She is the CEO of Front and Center Cosmetics. And then we also have, or thank you, I'm sorry. And then we also have Fallon. Please help me to say that correctly. Of Fallon
Fallon Renell.
Renell,
Renell.
Fallon Renell Beauty. All right. And so today's topic is, which is a very controversial topic, and I'm excited to talk about it to see you guys' like, a perspective on it. But is plastic surgery replacing the natural look? So let's get right into it. Like, do you think, and either one of you ladies can go first, do you think plastic surgery is replacing the natural look?
Yeah,
Who go ahead.
unfortunately. I would say it is. I think that we were at a point where we saw a lot of people using a lot of natural remedies for their health and their beauty. And then it seemed like it just went like a spike up in, I think they call like BBLs and things like that. And it just seemed like it really shifted the trajectory of beauty. So unfortunately, and I say that unfortunately, I do feel like plastic surgery is really kind of overtaking natural beauty.
I
Right.
agree. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I think once social media started to increase,
Mm.
you started to see more and more influencers get plastic surgery, which encouraged just regular everyday people to get it as well. Basically, trying to keep up.
Used to be a thing where it was like, okay, celebrities only got like plastic surgery, but now it's like the teacher down the street is getting the plastic surgery,
Yeah.
and it's almost like, wow, I didn't, the things that people are compromising or even sacrificing to have, this, I call it an illusion, this illusion, is very interesting, and it's like almost like a shortcut. Like, people don't really want to put in the work for certain things. It's like a little quick fix, but then it has a lot of, consequences that come after it. But do you think that, or give me some, give me your insight on why you think women are going, or not even women, people in general are going the plastic surgery route?
I honestly think watching how some of these women have made money in media off of the way their body
Mm-hmm.
looks influences a lot of young people to try to do the same thing. I did some research on the history of plastic surgery, and plastic surgery started at least 3,000 years ago in ancient India. So it's not anything new. It was started
Mm-mm.
as reconstructive surgery for people that had deformities. And
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't until the early 1900s that reconstructive surgery turned into cosmetic surgery. Um, and in the 60s, it was breast implants. And then in about 20 or so years ago, um, it started with the, BBLs in the United States. BBL started in Brazil in the 60s. So they were doing it in other countries for a while. It got popular here once society in the United States shifted from using the ideal white woman's body as the standard of beauty to, as hip hop got more popular, and they saw that Black and Latino communities appreciate a more voluptuous body. That is when it
Mm-hmm.
started to become more popular here in the United States. But at the time, only people of a certain class could afford plastic surgery. So those women were being praised for those bodies that were not naturally theirs. And I think that started the trend of young people risking their lives to lie on a surgical table to get silicone that you fix houses with, injected into their backside versus going the
Mm-hmm.
proper route, which is sometimes unachievable for the average everyday person. No one has $20,000 to spend on a proper surgeon. So,
Right. And I'm not against anybody that wants to do plastic surgery or has done plastic surgery. I think you just have to do your research and know what's right for you. Because it's not a it's almost I've heard that it can be a little addicting, right? So you get one thing done and then you see something else that you want to fix, and then you see something else that you want to fix, and then it starts to, I think some people start to go down this like path of just like, okay, I got to fix everything. And
right.
then it's like you have to, I mean, we always say you have to be happy with yourself, and your and what God has given you. And I get it. I've even thought about it at one point. I thought just realized the pros and cons of it. And I heard of a lot of situations where like you know it's called breast implant sick illnesses, and there's certain things that just can't happen over time with breast implants if you don't if it's not if it can reject your body can reject it over time. And so there's something I'm like, you know what, if I don't have nothing wrong with me now, I'm gonna be okay. I'm just gonna be, I call myself the president of the itty bitty titty committee, and I'll be okay. And I will be okay
And
with
that's
that.
okay.
I'm
Yes,
good
it
because I wear
is.
my low cut shirts, no bra, and I'll be like, you know what?
Right.
If my back isn't hurting, I'm thankful. But I did
Yeah.
struggle with that. But Fallon, yeah, why do you think like the everyday woman is like, let me go get this BBL?
Convenience. I think that,
Mm.
because this is from personal experience, just going to the gym and trying to get, in shape and trying to do it healthy. It's definitely a longer process as opposed to just paying someone and they're just doing a nip and a tuck. Although the dangers of that is just, it's crazy. But I think a lot of women just do it because it's a quick fix. And I think a lot of women don't really consider, you know, all that comes with it. Like you say, you've seen so many women, die from it, and you just see so many people getting sick and
Mm.
illnesses happening from it. But I think it's just convenient for a lot of people. They rather just go lay on someone's table as opposed to going to Planet Fitness. I love Planet Fitness. And
I'll
so,
be there too.
yeah, so it's just, I think it's just for convenient purposes.
Now what I'm scared about is when I see these 2-for-1 specials and how people are traveling out of the country to get the surgery. So it's like, okay, it's cheaper for me to get this BBL done in, Dominican Republic versus me just finding a doctor here, like in the United States that I can, go back to. Because even like, what's become popular too? These veneers, like getting your teeth done. And people are traveling outside, like to Colombia and things like that, to get their teeth done. But what I found out from one of my clients who's a dentist, she's like, if something goes wrong with your teeth, no one here is going to fix it. You're going to have to fly back to Colombia to get it fixed. And then the recovery process, like, you going to fly on a plane after just having this major surgery done? Like,
Right.
so what are y'all views on that?
So I have a cousin who works as an air attendant for Spirit Airlines, and that's one of the things that he tells us all the time. The wheelchairs are lined up at the airport in Atlanta to get these ladies off
Wow.
of the planes coming from Colombia and the other places that they fly to go get these surgeries. Um,
Mm.
I have nothing against plastic surgery in moderation. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I think the over exaggerated bodies are just ridiculous. I cannot see how some of these physicians even consciously do that to some of these people. Um, because like where do you draw the line where it becomes absolutely ridiculous? And for health reasons too, you can go down to a place like Dominican Republic and get uh, a tummy tuck and liposuction weeks after having bariatric surgery. And I think there was a lady
Mm.
that died recently from doing exactly that. She should have waited at least a year between surgeries. She only waited a few weeks and she died.
Mm.
And it's like,
Wow.
for what? For vanity. If it wasn't
And you
a
have to, and there,
absolute necessary surgery, then why risk your life?
and there's also, like, when you go out of the country, there's language barriers. There's, like, you don't know what
Right.
anybody could be saying about what's happening, if that's not your first language, right? Even if translating, it could be really
Exactly.
loose translation, and they could be like, oh, we don't have this, but we're going to do this, so anyway, and you don't know what they're talking about during your
It's
conversation at the
Exactly.
scary.
surgery table. It's
And you
crazy.
so
And then,
far away from your family. I'm sorry, go ahead.
yep. No, please
Yeah,
go ahead, talk to them. Yes.
you just so far away from, like, from your family. Of course you can have someone come down with you to kind of help you and support you, but I mean, I would just be so afraid to be so far away from, from my family, because anything could happen. And I know you mentioned, like, you couldn't believe how doctors could do it. I can definitely believe it, because all they're looking at is the money. They don't, that's all they're looking at, is just, okay, well, this is just, more money, so I'm just going to keep doing it. But I guess I got confused, because I know at some point people were going to Miami. Like, people would always talk about
Hmm.
going to Miami to get it fixed, and then all of a sudden it
Mhm.
was this big rush of the people going to DR. So I don't know what's the difference. I don't know if it's just less expensive in the DR or what.
I feel like definitely I've heard that it's I have one client, she got I call it, she had a mommy makeover. And so she had everything, a 360 lipo, she had BBL, she had breast lift and implant. She did get hers done here, but she was in a group chat, or not a group chat, but they have, community groups on Facebook of people who just,
Mhm.
get surgeries done. And one lady who was in there, she went to Dominican Republic because it was cheaper, but she ended up passing away because of the aftercare part. So she had some complications that she couldn't address because she was outside the country, and there wasn't an immediate, way to take care of it. So she passed away, and but people are taking that chance because it's cheaper. I think Miami was like I think it maybe was a specific doctor maybe that was doing these surgeries, Dr. Miami that everybody talks about in
Dr.
Miami,
Mm-hmm.
that
Miami.
was doing these
Yes.
surgeries.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
Yes.
that's why there was like an influx of that. I'm not sure if it was cheap. Miami's expensive in general, so I couldn't imagine being, less expensive than like Dominican Republic or even like Colombia. But I'm just like, it's not, you don't want a discount when it comes to things like that. Like,
No.
you want to make sure
No,
you do your
not at
research and you
all.
find the right doctor. And it also concerns me when you see on Instagram the doctors are in, like, have IG and they're doing reels while you on the on the surgery table. Have y'all seen those?
Yes,
No.
very unprofessional.
I'm like,
They're doing
but you got a
reels
whole
with the
person.
with the person, like, insert, like, in the middle of surgery. They're doing a reel.
Like, they're doing a reel, and maybe they might have just
Mhm.
got finished, doing whatever, but they're doing a reel of them performing surgery on the person.
Oh
So I
wow.
mean, I get social media, I get, applying it to your, everyday life and to your career. But that one, it was a little bit like, sir, I need you to pay attention. And
Mm.
I don't know. And then they have those surgeries where you can actually get abs. Did y'all see those?
Yes,
It's
Yes.
I
called like
saw
a
that.
sculpting or something.
Mhm.
Yes.
I'm like, it's
It's
a bit
so
much.
much.
Like
It's
It's too
nobody wants to go to
much.
the gym
It
no
is.
more. It
Well, no,
is.
I will say this. As far as a mommy makeover, I didn't even
Mm-hmm.
consider getting one until I had my second child. My kids are seven. My oldest and my current child is 17 years apart. So when I had my first
Oh,
daughter in my early
really?
20s, my body snapped back like
mhm.
immediately. I was in my
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
regular jeans like 30 days after I had her. Um, then I had my second child at 39, and that snapback did not happen at all. It's like
Mm-hmm.
my midsection. Come to
Mm-hmm.
find out, I have diastasis recti, which is when your abdominal muscles spread.
Mm-hmm.
And normally you go to physical therapy, and if it's not too severe, the physical therapy will pull back your muscles. Well, in my case, it didn't happen. 6 months of physical
Mm-hmm.
therapy, my stomach, the muscles are still spread, still in a lot of pain, a lot of back pain. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but now I'm carrying a third child, which I will deliver at 41. And I am very realistic.
Congratulations.
I know, thank you.
Yes.
I know that I'm gonna be in trouble with this one. Um, because I didn't do the tummy tuck right away, which is what they recommend to fix it. I
Mm-hmm.
now have a hernia. So I have to have a tummy tuck
Mm-hmm.
after I have this baby. They've already told
Mm-hmm.
me I don't
Mm.
have a choice. They have to fix a hernia. They have to fix my muscles back, or it's going to get worse. Um, but up until I had this child, I would have never thought about plastic surgery to fix anything. 22
Mm-hmm.
years in the Army, I'm accustomed to working out. I had back surgery, and that still didn't stop me from trying to get back up and work out. But whoa, this second child took me out. I'm like, no, I have to get this done. But I'm going to make sure I do my research and, not overdo it. I will make them
Mm-hmm.
snatch my waist, but I'm not
Listen,
gonna
if you
overdo
in
it.
there, please go ahead, do it. Snatch me up. Because
Might
the
as
thing
well,
Right.
is,
right?
but sometimes, and I've realized this too, and my mom, talking about my mom had a mommy makeover like maybe 30 years later. But she was
She
like, I'm
did.
gonna have me a little situation. Oh yeah, my mom is fly. She couldn't sit down. So she had a little mommy makeover. And I know there's some things that maybe the gym won't be able to fix because if you had if your skin stretched so much, either from losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight really fast, or even having children, you're gonna have that loose skin, and there's only so much that doing a whole bunch of abs and losing weight can do, right? So
Right.
there are
Mhm.
people who that would be like that would be. I mean, it's cosmetic, but it's still something that we can't necessarily fix in the gym. It's like we're gonna have to get that tummy tuck, gonna have to get rid of that excess skin, and that's like you said, in moderation. It's beneficial, right? And I think there's less risk associated with it when it's in moderation. Um, when you're
Mhm.
doing all this at one time,
I
like
can't even imagine
just
that type of
to save
pain.
a dollar, to save a
Mm-mm.
dollar
Yeah.
is just like, okay, is it worth it then?
Yeah.
So
Mm.
that's
It's I don't
that's
know.
the
It's
part.
I'm just like you said, I'm not against plastic surgery
Hmm.
because I
Yeah.
have definitely been looking into Botox just to get information, just to
But
see
that's
what
not
it
even
does.
plastic surgery.
Well, see, that's like I would think that's like plastic surgery, but
Girl, you
because
go
I've
in
never
one,
even
two, three, you
considered it.
out the same day.
Really? Okay.
Right.
What about the
Just
lips?
don't put
Like
too
how to get the
much.
lips? Okay.
Oh, I thought about that too. I thought about that too. The little Lubriderm or something to inject to make your lips look a little
Yeah,
fuller. Cause
make it
I
look
got I got
full.
little baby lips. So I be wanting. One of my clients got her lips done, and I was like, "Girl, it looks so good." And she was like, "Yeah, you have to go to the right doctor." Now, this is the thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Even with Botox and those things, like there are a lot of spas that do it, but
Hmm.
I would more so go to like a dermatologist, like
Yeah.
an actual like doctor to
Okay.
administer it, because then they'll give you the most of them, I think, will be honest with you. Like, you don't need, you know, 3-4 injections over here. Like, you know, do it in moderation versus somebody at, you know, who is not a doctor would be more inclined to give you more or something like that. But I guess that is the beginning, huh?
Yeah.
Started with
They say
Botox,
that's
like,
where it
That's the
okay.
starts. It gets
beginning.
addictive. I don't know. These smile lines might be gone the next time we talk, y'all. Cause
I'm
yeah,
telling you, I'm
I
like
mean,
right up in here, get these lips a little
yeah.
full, just,
well, let me just say this to y'all. You guys, these ladies are beautiful. I'm looking at the screen. I'm just like, I can't see nothing. Y'all look absolutely gorgeous. Now, again, I thought about it myself. There's no shame in it. Like, you know, I had a client do some forehead stuff, and it looks so natural. She just looked brighter and awake, more awake. But then you have the people who are injecting and doing too much, and you can actually, like, you can really tell. I mean, an
Yeah.
example. I mean, if we look at some of the celebrities, like we're looking at Lil Kim. Like, Lil Kim might have took it a little too far. I
Oh
She was
my
like a
mean,
love, little Kim. I
completely
love her.
different person. I know I am a Little Kim fan, but this is to me is extreme.
she was
It just looks
beautiful
like she didn't know
before.
when to stop.
She was
Exactly. She was
gorgeous
so
before.
pretty.
And now everything
Wow.
just seems so exaggerated, almost like a cartoon character in a sense.
Yeah. It
And
was.
my
Yeah,
Is this
concern is, like,
real? I couldn't understand if that
right,
was real. Was that
it
real?
no,
is. It's real.
that that
Oh
was,
my
I saw some real
gosh.
footage, and it was real. And it's just like,
Oh,
it's like, you know what I think what happens? I think sometimes you try to, maybe there was something that was a little too much or not enough, and so you try to fix it. And every time you try to fix it, it's like you add more stuff, and then it just results in this fakeness. Everybody has the same face. Once they do too much, it's like everybody has that same kind of pulled, high cheekbone type look. I
Yes.
mean, and it's just, I mean, and we look at a lot of people, which unfortunately I hate how that works. How, like, they look at Kim Kardashian and they say she's like the
oh gosh.
hourglass figure that people want, and it was like, no, she actually took that from a black woman. Like, I was like, no, black women are shaped like that
Thank
Exactly.
naturally.
you.
Exactly.
Thank you. She's trying to
And it's
look
like,
Exactly.
like a black woman.
listen,
But
and it's just
now, if
like,
you've
no, we
seen
were
her
shaped.
lately, she looks like a white woman because she lost a lot of weight. Her and Chloe don't look
She
the
did.
same.
And
They
that
don't.
it's so that leads into my next question. Do you think this is just a trend? Do you think that this will continue, or do you think it's just a trend and it's going to go back to, you know, maybe being a little bit more skinny and not as voluptuous?
I think we are going to go
Mm, I,
back
don't-
to being a little bit more natural. From
mhm.
Okay.
some of the
I
research
think
that I
so.
did, before we came on camera, yeah, I think we are. Just starting to see a downturn in the amount of people getting BBLs and that type of surgery because of all the people that have died. Plus, I think it's kind of getting played out now. But the funny thing
Mm-hmm.
is, it might get played out for certain people, but in our community where our women naturally look like that,
Mm-hmm.
we're always going to appreciate that type of body naturally, that
Oh, of
type of
course,
body.
of
Right.
course,
Yeah.
of
Hmm.
course. Let me ask you ladies this: do you think men are attracted? Do you think men are attracted to that fake body, or more of a natural body?
Um,
I hear a lot of men that say they like the natural look because it seems
yeah,
like
yeah, they
everyone
do.
is starting to look so much alike.
Mm-hmm.
And someone,
Yes.
I was on social media and someone was talking about, Lord, I don't want to butcher her name. Is it Corley Ray, Benzino's
Oh,
daughter?
coily,
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes,
Uh-huh.
yes. Yeah.
Right, and it was so, and I'm not gonna. I was surprised, but it was so many men just in mind, like, okay, this is what a natural beauty is. She doesn't have any fake boobs. She doesn't have any injected, butt. And I thought that was so amazing because initially you would think that that's what the men are looking for: the big booty, the big breast, the small waist. But I think a lot of men are really appreciating the natural essence of a woman and just the natural that just natural body shape. And so I think, and like I said, I was just really surprised. I thought a lot of people were going to give her a lot of slack because she's so slim, but people really did admire
Yeah.
her. And that really took me by surprise because again, I was assuming that men just wanted that one look, but I think people are opening up.
And I think it's how you own it too. It's how you present yourself. And she owns her
Confidence.
slimness.
Yes.
She owns it. She's
Mm-hmm.
like,
Very
I may be up and down or whatever, but I can do this, I can do that, I can shake, I can still twerk, I look
Mm-hmm.
good. Like, and I
Yeah.
appreciate that about her too. Like she owns it in how she presents herself in her clothing and everything like that. And if we look back, remember back in the day confidence, it was natural women. Like it was,
Mm-hmm.
and when you think about like Aaliyah or even like, TLC, or it was just like
Yeah.
natural bodies. Like you either had breasts or you didn't have breasts, or you had booty, you didn't have. It was just like, it was appreciated. Even the video vixens of, maybe
Yeah.
10, 20 years ago. Oh, it's weird saying 20 years ago, but it probably has been. But they were so, I was looking back at these old videos, like, and I'm like, look at the video vixens in it. They were so natural. And now it's
Yes.
like,
All
you
natural.
don't, all natural. And now you look at the video and it's like everybody in the video has this same small waist, big, hips and booty and breasts. Like, it's so rare to find someone that is just like, just natural.
Yeah,
And
and it's so
I hope
hard
it's not
because,
It's
being,
crazy.
mm-hmm.
and I was just gonna say, looking at that photo, and it causes confusion for me when I'm trying to shop online because you have the
Yes.
same shape of people, women, and it's like, okay, is this going to fit me? Because it seemed like all of the models had their little small waist and the hips, and I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
what am I? What a girl like me supposed to do? Where does that leave me?
And a lot of this stuff is Photoshop too. So it's like, yes, I got the BBL or whatever, but my booty is not this smooth in real life. Like,
Right.
and I was watching this one lady, and she was taking us through her journey of getting a BBL. And the aftercare of a BBL is extremely expensive, and it takes time. Like you can't just go get your BBL, recover, and be done. Like they actually have these houses where you can like stay in for weeks at a time, and they'll do massages, they'll change out, whatever it is that you got to change out. But you have to get
Mm-hmm.
these massages done every once in a while because the fat will sometimes, move to different areas. So it can make your vagina a
Mm-hmm.
little bit bigger. It can like clump up in your butt so that you have more of a lumpy butt in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so you have to get these massages and drainage done on a regular basis so that it doesn't look funny. And if you don't have the money to continue the aftercare of it, you're gonna look a mess.
Yep.
Like
Right.
no one thinks about
Right.
that.
Exactly.
I
No
knew
one thinks about that.
someone.
And it's just
It's sad, and it's so funny. I just thought about someone that I knew that had just went and got a BBL, and I mean, it was really good. It was really perfect. It was nice,
mhm.
and got pregnant 2 months later. And then she had to go like 2 months, 2 months.
She
Got
couldn't even
pregnant,
enjoy it like that.
waited. She couldn't even enjoy it. And it's just like, know where you are mentally, and know what's really the ultimate goal. Like, are you trying to do it for a reason? Are you trying to do it to be more confident? Are you trying to do it to attract men? Like, what is the purpose of it? And that's sometimes what I wonder.
Right. And I understand sometimes. Like I really sometimes see a woman like a before and after these BBLs. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Like the gym probably couldn't have done what you're trying to accomplish. And so I've seen them done like you said, like very nice. You know, I probably wouldn't even thought it was a BBL because it was done subtly. But but the thing is, there's a lot of bad apples that kind of ruin her, you know,
Mhm.
for the bunch. And so it's just
Mhm.
like, please just do your research, take your time. Like it can be done. And then the thing is, do you have to keep this up with breast implants? I heard that you have to change your breast implants out every 10 years or so. Yes, you have to change them out every so often. And hopefully, nothing
Mhm.
has, leaked or anything like that. But it's also, can you
Mhm.
afford the aftercare over time?
Yeah.
And I'm not sure that we are really. thinking about that all the time. It's so much of the here and now, and I can't wait to see these BBLs 20 years from now, since
Oh yeah,
everybody's getting them
exactly.
now. It's like, okay, what y'all gonna look like in 20 years? What's going on?
Yeah.
Um,
See,
but again,
it's so
research,
expensive. Hmm.
it is. And let me ask y'all this. This I just thought about this actually. And this is kind of, I guess, I don't know, it's controversial, but um someone told me that the trans women are influencing women to also get their bodies done, because trans women are here getting their bodies done completely, like breasts, waist snatched, they're getting their face softened, they're getting their BBLs, and we're seeing them and like, oh, how they look very soft and feminine. Let me see if I can get that. Someone told me that the trans women are influencing the we call it cisgender women, or natural, or born women, to also change their shape to be, I guess, that standard Coke bottle shape. What do y'all think
Hmm.
about that?
I don't know about that one. I know
So you
that
don't
I
know,
Yeah,
like
so you
me
don't
to.
want
either.
to.
I don't know about that. I know that, when I look at like a trans woman or whatever, I like to look at the show like RuPaul. I'm just gonna say RuPaul. I love to see makeup techniques and things like that they may do. That a trans woman may do. But as far as convincing me that I need to get that perfect Coke bottle shape, I'm not convinced that they are the ones that is influencing the women. I don't think so.
Well, this is the thing, and it might not be. So my theory is that sometimes they look too good. It's like too good to be true almost. And and some people don't even realize, because they look too good. It's just like, wait, how do they that it's like they don't even know, maybe that is a trans woman, unless that trans woman is out with it. And so it's like, dang, like she has the perfect body. Like, how is she getting that type deal? And so
Mm-hmm.
that type of influence, not necessarily knowing that they're, trans women, but
Mm-hmm.
that they have this shape. Because I personally believe, and I'm not saying, it's not a general statement, but I personally believe that some trans women, when they are in the process of, transitioning their bodies, they go out with it. Like, it's full-fledged, like, I'm getting this
Mm-hmm.
booty, I'm getting these thighs, I'm getting this breast. Like, it's not just little things. If they can afford it, they're gonna go all out for it. And it's just
Mm-hmm.
like, wow, you can do that. But I'm like, wait. And so I don't know. I feel like in some cases, it's just, you see them and you're just like, wow, they were able to accomplish that. Maybe somebody's thinking, I know I can accomplish that too, in a way. But that was just I just thought about that, because I do
No, that's
follow a good bit of
interesting.
trans women.
Yeah, I can
Mm-hmm.
see it. You have trans women on Sports Illustrated.
And I follow I
Mm-hmm.
follow a few of them, even for their makeup techniques, like,
Mhm.
and I'm
Mm-hmm.
amazed at their transition. I'm just like, and some of them just like, oh my gosh, like, you would never know. You would not know if
So
they
true.
were, unless
Yeah.
they started talking. But by just looking, you're just like, wow. And it's now, it used to be, I think, back in the day, where it was maybe a little bit more, uh their look has become softer. So it's not so much as
Mhm.
the RuPaul, drag race type. It's like, okay, it's really soft and feminine. And, I think some women would look at that and be like, oh wow, that's pretty. So, just that was just a thought that it came to my head. It's just like, wow, that's very interesting to me. But yeah,
It
y'all
is.
have any more thoughts on, do you think so y'all do think the trend is it's not a trend, or maybe it is a trend, but it'll come back, like, it'll recycle itself, maybe.
Yeah, I hope
I'm
so. Cause
hoping it doesn't.
wait, right, because my daughter, every time I always just think about my daughter who's 17 years old, and she's such at
Mm.
that tender age of discovering herself and finding her confidence, but
Wait,
yet
you
you
have a
have,
17-year-old?
yes,
Y'all are amazing. What?
yes,
When I
yes, I
tell
have
you
a
black don't
17
crack,
year old.
what?
Yes, I have a 17.
First,
I
you
just think
say you
about
have.
her. Yeah, thank you. I
I'm sorry. Let's go
appreciate that.
back to the
But yeah,
topic.
I know. So I appreciate that because I just think about that because I try to be, I try to exemplify what I want her to consider when she is looking in the mirror. So I try to, keep myself looking good in a natural way because, man, with that social media and just the influence, so many girls, like one girl's like 22 years old and have a whole BBL. 22? At 22, I
You didn't
was
even finish growing
snatched. Like
yet.
it, yeah, I mean, I didn't even,
Right. Your
and it
woman
just
body has
scares
not come
me.
in yet.
It's not. And
Mine's just
you see
came
these
in at 36.
little
It's still coming in.
No, I understand
Like,
that. I was a B cup until my early 30s.
it's just
yeah,
like,
I was
I wish
like,
they would just not want to grow up so quick. It's just like, give it some time. And they see it. I mean, look at the Kardashians, like, Kylie Jenner, she got her stuff done early on too. And I think was encouraged to get it earlier on, you
yep,
know.
yep.
Yeah,
And it's just like you're
but for
competing
that
with,
demographic,
you
that's not
said
abnormal for
what?
them, for that demographic.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
Like they're going to
yeah.
get nose
But
jobs at 16.
that is
Exactly.
crazy. That is just so crazy to
Hmm.
me. So yeah, I just try to encourage the younger generation. Love your body. Love who
Mm.
you are. Be confident. That's the ultimate thing. You have to be confident in your skin, and that's just what I try to teach my kids. So hopefully it goes away. I'm hoping that it just kind of and people focus more on eating healthier, just a healthier lifestyle. Um, but that's why I hope that it goes away.
And Tony, what do you think?
I'm hoping that it goes away as well. I also have daughters, and that's not something I want them to aspire to. Love the
Hmm.
body you're in, take care of the body you have, and wait for your woman body to come.
Right. And that's, I think, for those who not necessarily can, get the BBLs, the surgeries, there's other things they be getting their little butt implant pants, the pant or the waist trainers with the holes
Yes.
in the booty to make your booty look big and they hold up your
Yeah.
Look.
waist. And it's all these
Mm-hmm.
illusions that we create. And I ain't gonna lie, I have a waist trainer and I used to wear it on a regular basis. I don't do it as much anymore, but it's just like, you see this on social media and it's just like you got to have it or you got to try it or this is a normal thing to do. You want to have this snatched look all the time. And I think the other thing that is misleading is when people or when women do have kids, when the celebrities are having their babies and then all of a sudden they snatched in 2 weeks. It's just like that's so unrealistic. Like, what are y'all doing?
Mm,
And some
yeah.
of them can afford to go immediately and get snatched up. I was looking at Cardi B and I was
Exactly.
like, there's no way. Like she had a baby 1 week and maybe the award show she was going to was maybe a month later. And homegirl had abs. And I was
Yeah.
just like,
Like that is so dangerous. Your organs are not even set back in place yet after 4 weeks.
But could you
It
imagine
takes
the
a year
pressure though?
for your
That's the
body to
thing.
recover
it's the
from
pressure.
pregnancy.
It's the
Right.
pressure of looking perfect, the pressure of staying relevant, the pressure of the new beauty standards. So she was probably just trying to hurry up, and it's so sad. And just like you said, Antonio, you have to heal. Your body naturally has to
Exactly.
heal. So it's so unfortunate that they move so fast after childbirth.
And it's just, and I like that you say it's the pressure because we are just looking at these people through, social media and we don't know, we see like the good, happy, part of it, but we don't even know the stress that they probably have gone through, their body has gone through, like the multiple times they probably had to go, to the hospital to release something. We're just seeing everything so, you know, for lack of a better word, perfect, right? But we don't know what kind of illnesses this could have, created for them for the long haul. So it's just like, yes, they look good, but we don't know what kind of pain they're in currently, from having these multiple surgeries over time, or too fast, too soon. It's just like, it looks good right here, but you don't know what is happening internally with that person or even mentally, you know?
Yeah.
And it scares me that women do look at this and like, oh, I got to snap back this quick, when that's not even realistic. That's not even that's what's supposed to happen. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you're not supposed to do all that quick. It takes time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It takes time. But yes, do y'all have any last thoughts about well, let me ask you this one last question, not one last question, but in your view, in your perspective, is it worth it? Like, if there's something that you really want to do, like, let's go into what you said you wanted to do. So I said I was considering breast implants or even a little Botox, or a tummy tuck. Is it worth it? Weighing out the pros and cons for yourself
I would
For me,
personally.
say,
it would be worth it because I'm fixing a
yeah.
medical issue. But I'm not
Okay,
gonna
yeah.
lie. I'm gonna make sure I tell the doctor what size waist I want. Because why not? So
If you're
in
gonna
that
be under the
aspect,
knife, you
it
might as
is worth it
well.
for me. Huh?
Okay, yes. No, I said if you're gonna be under the knife, you might as well just go ahead, snatch this up
Exactly.
right
So in
here, real
that
quick.
aspect, it is worth it. I will say I do miss my carnival body. I play mass every single year. Um,
Mm.
I played mass this year, but it didn't bother me because I had a belly. I have my pregnant belly, so nobody
Who'd you
picks
play
on
with?
pregnant
I'm sorry, this is
women.
off subject. Who'd you play with?
I played with oh shoot, in
We kind of
tights.
team in
No, in
tights.
tights. But I
Oh,
used to
okay.
play with we kind of thing for years.
That's probably where we met. So I'm sorry, that's all
I
a whole
used to
nother.
play individual in Ramona's individual section for a long time.
Nice. Okay, cool. I play with
Yeah,
panache now, but we kind of think.
yeah,
Okay, I'm sorry, we off
yeah.
subject. But yes. So Fallon, would it be worth it to you?
Um, yeah, just, it's not like my mom, I just keep hearing my mom in my head saying, you look in the mirror, you have to be your number one star player. So if you want to get a little
Mm.
tuck here, a little Botox here, it's just all about doing your due diligence and doing your research and just making sure that the intentions are right, and making sure that you found the right doctor. So I would say it's worth it, but let's just not completely exclude the natural beauty, but it's worth it.
Got you. For me, well, you know what? I go back and forth with the whole breast implant situation, and I recently had one of this girl that I follow. She recently took her breast implants out because she was experiencing some breast implant illnesses, and so she didn't realize it was coming from her breast implants, but it was things like headaches, like a skin issue, and this was just like over time, like being tired and lethargic all the time, and she went and realized that it was coming from her breast implants. And so after seeing that, I'm just like, dang, I don't know if I want to go in and put something in. Like, I don't have an issue now. So I don't know if I want to go in, put something in there that could potentially cause me to have an issue. Um, so I don't know for me if that would be worth it, but I'm not opposed to, getting a little plump here maybe.
Yeah. And
Or
also,
in the
just to
future,
keep in
there's a,
mind, I had a girl, I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. It
no,
was
you good, you
one of
good.
my good friends, because she was considering doing. Well, I guess it's different because she wanted to do a breast lift, and the doctor told her that it is a 60% chance that she can lose the sensation in her nipples. And so for
Ooh.
that reason alone, she was like, you know what? No, but I think that's with the, if she was trying to do more of a push up and not the implant. I don't know much of
Well,
a difference,
the
but
implant might still have a chance of losing it.
yeah.
I
So
may
Yeah,
not want to take
I
think
that
thought
about
about a
chance,
that.
breast
but
lift.
again, nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
It's
yep,
like,
I've thought about it.
but
Yep.
is it that nothing? The breast lift for me is different. Like breast reduction, breast lift. It's like you're it's already there. and you just kind of like pulling it up or something, or you taking away. The breast implant is like literally putting something foreign into your body. So it's just like, and
Yeah.
you also have to be careful about, you know, it. Have you all seen the booty implants where they flip over? Like some people actually got booty,
No.
instead of getting the fat done, they got an implant and it
Yes.
could like flip
Yes.
inside the
And you
booty.
can
It's
see the
like,
whole circle, like on their butt. It's so terrible.
but I
That's
think that
crazy.
was back in the day before this new technology of just like, you know, transferring, you know,
Mm-hmm.
fats. And then also you sometimes you have to get it done multiple times because the volume, you lose volume once you heal, your fat dissolves. And some people have to
Yeah.
gain weight in order to
Mm.
take the fat out from certain places, their arms, usually their waist, to insert into their butt. And they usually lose about, I think it was 30 to 40% of that volume. And so sometimes
Mm.
they do have to go in over time to make it as full as they want. But it's a whole, like, if you really look at the whole process, it's like, nah, I don't want to go through all that. And then it's so painful. And then it's just like, it's dangerous if you don't go to the right doctor. So
Exactly.
I
Yeah, that's
do
why you
think
just have to do your research.
you have to do your research. I don't think you have to do your research on so many things, the doctor, the place, um,
Yeah.
and, you know,
Look at Kanye West's mom. You remember that? That's how she.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. Wow.
Yeah.
And they had money. It's not like they didn't, right?
That's the thing. They had money. Why go overseas to get this done?
It's
I
sad. It's
forgot
Very
really
about
sad.
that.
unfortunate.
Mm.
I do hope that we kind of die down from that and we appreciate the
Mm-hmm.
bodies that we're in and we try to do it naturally. Again, nothing against it, but just making sure that you do your due diligence, you do your research, pray about it, whatever it is
Yeah.
that you do,
Yeah.
and just be careful. Just be careful. Um, and that's my take on it. If you ladies have any last thoughts?
Love yourself. Love
Mm-hmm.
yourself. Just like you said, love your body, love, the skin that you're in, and find your confidence, and start there first. And then if you feel the need to, go take it further, then go ahead and, just like you said, just do your research, just find the right doctors, make sure you have the right community
Mm-hmm.
around you to help you heal and give you the education that you need. Um, and just love yourself.
Love yourself. That's the best part
Yeah.
because even after the surgery, you're still gonna have to love yourself, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It might look way different on the outside, but on the inside, you're still the same person. So you're still gonna have to
Mm-hmm.
appreciate that person on the inside. It's only gonna make it glow even more. In the
Yep.
meantime, drink your water. You know, go to the
Yeah.
eat eat
Exactly.
healthy, go to the gym, and get as close as you can naturally before you take that next step. Um,
Yes.
but yes, thank
Exactly.
you, ladies, so much for joining this live on this topic. And yeah, there you have it.
Thank you.
Great
Thank you
talk,
so much. This was
ladies. Great
Oh, and
amazing.
talk.
before we leave, please give everybody your social media handles.
Oh,
Oh, it's
go ahead,
mine
Fallon.
is Fallon Renell. I'm sorry, mine is Fallon Renell Co. So Fallon. There it is. Renell and then CO. That's my that's on every platform.
Awesome. Mine is on Instagram, Front and Center Cosmetics, and Antonia Content, and that's on Instagram.
Really quickly before we get off the live, can you ladies tell me what we can expect from you or what you have to offer as far as your business is concerned? So, Fallon, you go first.
Sure. So right now I have all natural body butters and creams specifically targeted for eczema or like really dry skin. Now I'm expanding to miracle oil, like all natural hair oils to help your hair grow. And I'm just going to continue to do all my research and due diligence to make sure I can provide natural solutions. But in the very near future, look out for my miracle drops for your hair oils.
That sounds great, Fallon. Right now, we are in production with a nail care line, which includes nudes for all different complexions for women of color. And then from there, we're transitioned to a lip care line.
That. Thank you. Look, we have Lil Kim back here. But
Poor Kim.
but yes, I know. I just want her to be so. And I wonder too, like, what is her daughter gonna think about her? Like when her daughter sees like old pictures of her and then her now, like I always wonder. And when you look at your daughter and you see that your daughter is not your plastic surgery face, but your old face, like how does that make you feel too?
I know, and even the complexion.
Oh
That's what I'm
gosh. And
so
you've
confused
been
about.
seeing so much of that's a new thing too, the bleaching of the skin. I don't understand that one. Don't
That's
understand the
been
Well,
bleaching of the
around for a
skin.
while overseas, though.
and that is a whole nother life. We can talk about that for a
Yeah.
whole nother live because that goes into
Yes.
just colorism and how light skin or versus dark skin and people appreciating over time and then the higher it's just that's a whole nother situation.
Yeah.
But yes, so thank you again ladies for joining us talking about this topic. Again, my name is Dominique Doyle. I am a professional makeup artist here in Atlanta, Georgia, and join us again for another BLN live. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you,
Thank
ladies. Have a
you.
great
You
For
too.
me, purchasing beauty products was not that great of an experience. I can remember when I was looking for makeup for my skin, and I had been using an organic makeup that I was getting from a very expensive grocery store. I didn't feel comfortable, like I had an opportunity to ask any questions about the product. And when I finally did get to a consultant and ask them, what's in this lipstick, what's in this, they really didn't know. So when it came to my hair, that was even harder. I would go into the beauty supply, and as you know, it's just aisles and aisles and aisles of product. But what I didn't know, what was right for my natural hair. And again, I was faced with the same dilemma. Who can I ask? Nobody really knew anything about these products. They were just selling them. It wasn't a great experience not being able to get the right amount of information from the people who I was buying the products from. So that's one of the things that I love about the Beauty Lifestyle Network, is that it's a community of information as well as a bunch of great products that have been proven to really, really give you the look that you're looking for when it comes to your hair, skin, and body.